most surprising discoveries in American coinage history. A coin that might look ordinary, small, and easy to overlook, but beneath its copper glow lies a story of value, mystery, and hidden fortune. You're watching Coin Explorer, and today we're talking about the USA 1-cent coin from the year 2000, a coin that could, under the right circumstances, be worth thousands or even millions of dollars to the right collector. Now, before you rush to check your change jar, take a breath, because this story isn't just about money, it's about history, design, and the beautiful way in which small pieces of metal carry the identity of an entire nation. Let's begin at the surface. At first glance, the 2000 Lincoln cent looks like any other penny. It's small, round, and copper in color, shining softly under the light. But that glow isn't pure copper. Since 1982, the United States Mint began producing pennies made primarily of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper plating. The result? A coin that looks just as traditional as its predecessors, but is actually made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This combination gives it a bright reddish-brown tone when fresh, and over time, it develops a darker, more rustic appearance, a perfect reflection of how history itself deepens with age. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the unmistakable face of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. His portrait has been on the penny since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of his birth. Above his head are the proud words, "In God we trust," a phrase that's become a timeless part of American currency. To the left, the word liberty reminds us of the founding principle that built the nation, and to the right, you'll find the year of mintage, 2000. But the story doesn't end there. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the majestic image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Designed by Frank Gasparro, this side of the coin is a masterpiece of miniature architecture. If you look closely, with a magnifying glass perhaps, you can actually see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a detail so subtle that most people miss it. Above the structure, the phrase "e pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one, captures the unity of the states that make up the United States of America. Now you might be wondering, what could make such a common coin valuable? After all, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these in the year 2000, so what makes one of them potentially worth thousands, or even millions of dollars? That's where the real magic of numismatics, the study of coins, comes into play. In the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and errors are everything. Sometimes, a small mistake made during the minting process, something as tiny as a double strike, off-center lettering, or a missing detail, can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. And yes, the 2000 Lincoln cent is no exception. There have been reports of rare error varieties from this year that made headlines in the coin community. Some 2000 Lincoln cents were discovered with wide AM reverses, meaning the letters A and M in the word America are spaced further apart than usual. This variation happened because of a mix-up at the mint, where dies intended for proof coins were accidentally used for regular circulation coins. These rare, wide AM pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, depending on condition and grade. But that's not all. There have also been sightings of double-die obverse errors, where Lincoln's face or the lettering appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. To an untrained eye, it may seem like a blur, but to a collector, that's a goldmine. So, let's imagine this for a moment. A tiny penny that cost 1 cent to make, turning out to be worth thousands of dollars, maybe even millions, in the most pristine, uncirculated, or error-filled conditions. It sounds unbelievable, right? But in the world of coins, truth is often stranger than fiction. Now let's step back in time for a bit. The year 2000 marked the beginning of a new millennium. The world was filled with anticipation, change, and uncertainty. Technology was booming, the internet was reshaping society, and the Y2K scare had just passed. In the midst of all this, the U.S. Mint continued its age-old tradition, producing coins that would carry the symbols of America into a new century. For many collectors, coins from this era, especially those minted during milestone years like 2000, hold an emotional and symbolic value. They're not just pieces of metal, they're time capsules of a turning point in human history. Now imagine holding one of those coins, a small copper-colored disc from the dawn of the new millennium. It's more than currency. It's a witness to a time of change. And if that coin happens to bear a rare error, it becomes a treasure, both historically and financially. But here's what makes this story truly fascinating: the thrill of the hunt. Across the United States, and even around the world, collectors are constantly on the lookout for these hidden gems. People dig through old jars, search through rolls from the bank, or revisit childhood coin collections, hoping to find something extraordinary. And occasionally, someone does. There are verified cases where collectors have found rare pennies in their spare change, coins that ended up selling for life-changing amounts. So when we say that a 2000 USA 1-cent coin could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars, we're not making a claim. We're highlighting the incredible possibilities that exist in the world of numismatics. It's about rarity, discovery, and the beautiful unpredictability of history. Now let's talk about the technical side for a moment. The 2000 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver D, and San Francisco S for proof coins. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced billions of coins for general circulation, while San Francisco's proof coins were specially made for collectors, featuring a mirror-like finish and crisp, detailed strikes. Each mint mark carries its own level of appeal. Proof coins, of course, are highly desirable due to their craftsmanship. But sometimes it's the ordinary circulation coins that hide the real treasures, because that's where minting errors are most likely to appear. Collectors pay close attention to grade and condition as well. A coin that's been circulated and shows wear might still hold value, but an uncirculated or mint-state coin, especially one graded MS67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch astonishing prices at auction. Speaking of auctions, let's recall a fascinating case that sent ripples through the coin community. In one event, a near-perfect 2000 wide AM penny sold for thousands of dollars. Experts attributed its value to its rarity and immaculate condition. Now imagine a coin like that, but with a second or even rarer error layered on top: a doubled die, a die crack, or an off-center strike. Those combinations have the potential to skyrocket the coin's desirability, with collectors willing to pay astronomical sums for the chance to own one. But what truly makes this story beautiful isn't just the price tag, it's the deeper meaning behind it. You see, coins like the 2000 Lincoln cent remind us that even the smallest, most overlooked things can carry incredible stories. Each coin passes through countless hands, maybe buying a cup of coffee, maybe sitting forgotten in a drawer, yet each one has the potential to be something extraordinary. For collectors, it's not just about wealth, it's about connection. A connection to history, to craftsmanship, to moments frozen in metal. And sometimes, that connection turns into a reward that goes far beyond imagination. So, what should you do? Simple. Take a look at your pennies, especially those from the year 2000. Look closely at the letters, at the details, at the spacing between A and M in America. Check for unusual doubling or imperfections. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. And when you find something that looks different, don't jump to conclusions. Get it authenticated. Professional grading is the key. Services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, can verify authenticity and assign a grade that determines value. Remember, collectors don't just pay for metal, they pay for history, story, and rarity. Now, let's end on this note. In a world where we chase big things, big cars, big houses, big dreams, it's humbling to realize that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest surprises. The USA 1-cent 2000 coin may be tiny, but in the right condition, it can represent something monumental. A symbol of history, a reflection of art, and perhaps, if luck is on your side, a ticket to an incredible discovery. So next time you